I'm such a fan of your work, and I kind of grew up watching you in boxing movies. Obviously, you played Don King, played Sonny Liston, you started Undisputed. You've narrated UFC openings. You clearly have a real love and respect for combat sports. So, what really draws you to keep telling stories within this space?
Well, with this film, it's the human condition, the human experience, because American films, we make some Marvel movies, which are fine, but they don't really deal with the human experience. So this was a nice change for me because we had a time to rehearse, a time to really discuss things about the characters, and really go deeper into the characters. So I really appreciate having that experience.
Yeah, this is really a character study at its core, for sure.
And
Um,
it's different for me.
And Luiii, this is a remake of a German film that you did with the director in 2021. Can you speak to that unique opportunity of getting a second stab at the same, character and performance? It's a very unique situation.
Yes, it is indeed. But I always say that for me, this was really a total new project, even though there were, of course, some similarities to the German original. But for me, it was really important that my character develops, that I not play the same again. That would be really not interesting to me. And of course, obviously, the relationship with Ving and his character brought this movie to a total different level because two different people meet in comparison to the German original. And so for me, it was, yeah, something really different. And of course, such a great experience, not only to shoot here a movie in the US, but to play alongside someone like Ving Rhames, of course.
Yeah, you guys have great chemistry for those scenes in the gym. And Ving, as you were talking about, this film's really about the human condition and your character, Elliott. He's a boxing trainer, and you speak a lot about his past and a lot of emotional pain that the character's been through. What about his journey and that character really grabbed you and made you want to be a part of this film?
Becoming an older black man in America. My dad once said to me, there's nothing like an old black man because he's free. He can say what he wants, he can feel what he wants, and you can't really do much to him. That's what I enjoyed about this character.
Yeah, you're great as that. And Luiii, I wanted to ask you because the narrative it jumps between the past and the future, where you're playing an older version of your character. What was most interesting about putting on that spin and seeing where the character was? I think it's like 9 years later in the script.
Yeah. I think what interests me was that she is not like we would have all expect becomes a professional boxer, but she switches the sides and she decides to, I think, because she had this experience with Elliott and what she learned in this very night and the drive to give it to others, her knowledge and really to share her experiences. And I think this was interesting to me to play a female in this really male dominated boxing industry that it is. And that was really, really interesting to me.
And Ving, so much of this film is dialogue based, and it takes place in the gym. It almost feels like the past part could be a play, which I really enjoyed. Can you speak to that limited scope and what that presented you as an actor? Because I felt like everybody really made the most out of it.
Thank you. As an actor, it really gave me a lot to play with. And even the fact that it was similar to a play, it was more character involvement. So I don't really experience that in most American scripts. This was a bit special, and that's the main thing that drew me to the script. And the director had a very good vision about the people, about the place, about the time. He really helped a tremendous amount.
And Luiii, I wanted to ask you about working with Ving because he gives such a great performance, and as a scene partner, how is it working off him? Because he's a pro's pro.
Yes, I mean, this was really special. When we first met, we had readings beforehand. I was, of course, like a bit nervous on how it would be to get to know him, to work with someone who's so experienced in the industry, obviously. And then he was so open arms, so open minded. Like from the first beginning when we met, there was no prejudice or no like I know how this works and you don't, but there was just like this curiosity about each other, and I was so thankful and happy about this. And then I think what also was helping that in the movie, I'm playing a young German girl who wants to be trained by a legend. And in real life, I was also this young German girl who wanted to be eye to eye with this legend, Ving is. And so there was this natural, yeah, uh, this natural mirroring. And so I think this also helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's such an interesting parallel. And Ving, you were talking about how American films can be very big, and obviously you've been part of Mission Impossible for almost what 30 years now. And that's such a unique thing. I can't really think of anybody else who's been you know reprising the same role for 30 years. What's been most rewarding about that very unique situation? And that's probably like the most American film series I can think of, even though
I
it's
would
so
probably say
international.
working with the cast and crew and really getting to know and meet Tom Cruise. He really treats his actors and crew very special. And so as I got to know him, he's the only man that I've met in life who doesn't see color. He told me one time his son was about 8 or 9 and said to him, he adopted a black son. His son said to him, Dad, why you always trying to hold the black man down? So, being able to share that with me was special for me because I've never heard that in life before.
Yeah, that's an incredible story, and this new one looks like it's going to be emotional. Like, how crazy does it get?
It's going to be very emotional, but I
I
think
can't.
you're really going to see the love for the two characters and the love for the, let's say, main four. I think you'll experience.